This video is sponsored by BetterHelp. It's been more evident over the years just how much physical well-being goes hand in hand with mental well-being. And for me at least, one of my biggest hurdles for achieving my goals is my battle with mental health. Don't get me wrong, I've definitely made progress in certain areas. For example, subjects that I used to cry just thinking about, I can now talk about and express my feelings on them, you know, just matter-of-factly without having like a strong emotional reaction. So I definitely got a lot of processing in. But I still have work to do when it comes to self-sabotaging my efforts as soon as I get in a low spot. That's what I'm currently bringing up in therapy. And I definitely don't think that I would have made this much progress or had these realizations as fast had I not started therapy at all and I started with BetterHelp. If you didn't know, BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist that is trained to listen and give you helpful, unbiased advice. It took all of the friction out of finding a therapist. You just go to their site, answer a few questions, and BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with problems just like yours. Usually within like 48 hours. There's no awkward waiting room. You can do it all from your phone or computer. Communicate with your therapist however you feel most comfortable, whether it's phone call, video chat, messaging. So if you're interested, you can let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist to support you all from the comfort of your own home. You can go to betterhelp.com/Beatrice or choose Beatrice Caruso during sign up to enjoy a special discount on your first month. And as always, huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. One time I had my hair in a bun like this and a sweatshirt on, and someone left a comment and said, "It's giving the Trenchable." That mean principal from Matilda, and I can't unsee it. Forever scarred. Like, damn. Just comes straight for the throat. Like, I'm not mad at it. It's funny as hell. But I'll be damned. Like, this was like maybe like 2 years ago, and I still, every time I put my hair like this, I can't see anything else. But I digress. Grace made me a workout that I have been procrastinating for the last 10 minutes while I've been talking to you. And we are gonna do that workout. Okay, solid workout. I'm sorry you're like up my nose right now, but I'm trying to carry all my shit out of this gym. I gave myself like 15 minutes to get ready for the movie that I told my mom we would go to. But honestly, it's my fault because she gave me a choice between two times, like 10:20 or like 1:40 in the afternoon. And I was being a smartass and I said, oh, well, might as well do the 10:40 showing and avoid the noon riffraff. But now here I am, 10:09.
Riffraff just entered this room.
You haven't even gotten out of bed yet.
Oh, I can work wherever I'm at.
Oh, I recorded all of that. Oh. Hi, Mama.
Hi. You gonna sneak it out into the movie?
No, I'm gonna eat on the way.
Oh, I could sneak it in my purse.
You can't sneak this in your purse.
Put a lid on it, I could.
No, you couldn't.
Why not?
I don't have
Or
a
in my
lid.
coat?
I'm not gonna eat it in the movie.
They're like super baggy right there.
They don't look bad.
Like all this material don't look bad.
Look at mine.
Yours just hit the top of your shoe like they're supposed to.
Well, you
Mine have
could.
like a whole extra bundle down.
You could take them back a little bit. I don't know. They're not bad. I wouldn't.
My big popcorn.
You want me to hold it?
I'm gonna run wash my hands so I can eat it without germs. My beautiful giant popcorn is my favorite part of the movies. See SpongeBob? He's on top. There's his berry.
Oh my god, this thing is horrible. I don't think I could get that.
He tries to get.
One, I think. Oh my god, that's horrible.
It didn't even close.
It didn't even close at all.
How the heck? We've been trying for different clothes. What are we clothes? How much was that?
$5.
Oh my gosh.
I guess let's play ducks. Well, I got this little freak of nature. It was a play to win. It costed $2, so really, I actually did not win. What is going on there?
I don't know. Where's your berries? I gotta put this somewhere.
These are berry stems. This looks crispy.
What? They dumped it out and gave you a new one for free
Gee,
when I left.
are you taking pictures of me and my popcorn?
Yeah, for proof. The people want to know what happened to your leg.
The people want to know where's your
It's
kitty?
a sprained MCL.
There's one and there's two. No, because they don't drag the ground.
Well, as long as they're comfortable.
I think I'll just leave them. Last time you got a large. So then I didn't
This
feel
is a
good
big
anymore.
thing of popcorn.
That's a very bad angle to be filming me that way.
Susie, leave her drink glass alone.
The task that I should be doing is putting together planters so I could get all of those plants out of my living room, which have attracted a bunch of like little fruit flies. That's been freaking terrible. You would think like the chickens in the living room would be the terrible part, but no, it's all the plants. But I don't want to do that job because putting together those planters is not fun at all. Me and Steven already put one together and it took us 2 hours, the both of us. So I have been avoiding it. But the task that I'm telling myself is more important right now is getting a mirror for the gym so I can watch myself work out. And that's not like for vanity purposes. Believe me, it does nothing for my self-esteem. But I have been noticing like the times that I record myself working out, like to share with the class. Sometimes my body is doing things in space that I do not realize that it's doing. So I feel like if I can see, I can kind of connect the dots, rein it in a little bit, and then, maybe my form will improve. We are going to head to our local home improvement store and see if we can't pick up some of those like tile peel and stick mirrors. I mean, not like the most aesthetically pleasing, but like the whole process of like bringing a giant piece of glass from the store here, somehow making it not break, and then somehow sticking it to the wall where it doesn't fall down. We don't know how to make that possible, so we are not going to. Plus, this is a solution that I could like just do today in like an hour. So the mirrors apparently had this separately sold mounting kit that I did not get, so that project got put on hold. But still, instead of assembling planters, I chose to cut my hair. It's giving JoJo Siwa, and I don't know why. And this is what we got left with. Not terribly different, but just way more layers, and I think that it gives it a little bit more volume. There's like a little fruit fly flying around my head right now. I don't know, I'm seriously resisting the urge to dye my hair red, just for the sole fact that I have $70 worth of hair dye in the closet that I bought back in January, and I'm also like wanting a change. But I digress. I'm kind of in a weird mood right now. I was just thinking about how for the past few months I seriously backed off showing anything weight loss related. I've just taken like a hard left turn into farm shit. And it's stuff that I'm interested in and what have you, but I don't know, I haven't really been showing any of my meals or my workouts or anything, and I've kind of just taken a step back from sharing my life in general. Up until my last video on my thoughts on Ozempic, where how I've been feeling kind of like peeked through a bit more. I just think that I used to be way more open on this channel than I have been recently, and I think that, you know, it's partly because of like self-preservation, but I would like to get back to that, if possible. In like a healthy way, without feeling weird about like opinions or anything like that. I think I've been struggling lately because vlogging to me feels so self-indulgent. Like, why the hell would anybody want to watch what I'm doing or hear what I'm saying or anything like that? But then you get like the DMs or like the comments of people saying that they felt seen by something. Like, even if it's something stupid, I don't know. I think that that is what makes it feel worthwhile to me in some way. But how do those things have an opportunity to happen if I'm only sharing surface level things week after week? If there even is a video that week, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I've considered quitting because it just feels weird at this point. But I'd kind of like to just like see it through and just, I don't know, like find like some bit of resolve and film the process. So I think I'd actually like to start ramping up the vlogging. I don't know if it'll be good or interesting at all, but it will be honest. And I can't really explain it, but I think going down that weird Ozempic rabbit hole kind of just really hammered in the realization that I have got to change, like completely. I can't give a fuck how I look at this point in my life, like physically, but like my mental health and confidence has tanked so much since January. I feel like I'm kind of at this fork in the road where it's either going to be permanent or I'm going to be a completely different person. And I refuse to accept it as permanent. I'm ready to leave all of it behind, however messy murdering the old me will be. And I know that statement is a bit confusing because I've spoken in the past about how I don't want to abandon myself, and I think that that's a reason why I'm so resistant to change. But who I've been for the past 2 years has not felt like myself either. And I think that that's the version that needs to go. And all past versions of myself are already dead anyway. Like, I mean, like I was watching the Diary of a CEO podcast, and I forget the guest's name, but he was talking about losing his son. And he said something about how, like, before he lost his son, he had already lost several versions of him. You know, like referring to the phases of life that his son already passed through that were almost like mini deaths because he'd never be able to experience his son as a toddler again or in grade school and so on. But that got me thinking that these versions of ourselves are already dead, and we sometimes choose to carry them on over into the next day as an identity. And I can literally put an end to it in a singular day by choosing to disrupt the path that that version has been carving out. Because I'm just like sick and tired of the anxiety. I'm sick and tired of the depression, of the weird intrusive thoughts and what if scenarios that my brain just pops into existence. I'm sick of feeling like I can go further in a forward fold, but I can't because my belly is just physically in the way. I'm sick of feeling old at 32. I'm sick of how baggy, shapeless jeans are back in style and they make me feel like Meg Griffin from Family Guy. I'm sick of worrying how every little thing that I say will come across. I'm sick of waiting for Bridgerton season 3 to come out. And I'm sick of how weird the last few minutes of this video have gotten. Basically, all of that to say that I'm just gonna start vlogging the process, whether that's interesting or not, and trying to not have as much of a filter as I've had lately.